All right, y'all. So, yeah, sometimes I like to play that all the way through because I like the way I like the ending to that beat. I keep saying I'm gonna change the beat up. I play other beats, but I gotta come right back to that one, man. I always gotta come right back to that one. All right, y'all. Got a few of y'all up in here, so we're gonna get started here in a minute. Let me see here. Just a few things I want to talk about tonight. I don't think it shouldn't stretch. It shouldn't stretch too long tonight. I mean, for real, like it really shouldn't go out. But you know how we do. We be getting caught up here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. All right, here we go. Oh. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. We got a few y'all in here. Chin, what's up? Mark Robertson. Efren, what's up? He says combos of music. Yeah, I keep trying to switch the beat up, but I keep coming right back to that one, man. He said I love that pick that Val has that Val and Weili pick. Yeah, that's as close as they'll ever look or as happy as they'll ever be together, right? Yeah. Two beats. What's up, man? Yeah, that beat, man. That beat, I love that beat. I don't know why, man. I think it just fits the mood, right? Zombie, what's up, man? He said shouldn't stretch equals to 2 hours at least, right? I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to do hour and 30. I'm gonna try to be on like an hour and 30. Let's see. Let's see. Unless we do overlink and then somebody, we'll take it there. We're gonna take it there. Right. But yeah, man, we back in here. A few things I want to discuss, man. As y'all can see, just like 3 or 4 topics here. First, let's go ahead and jump on the main one here with Shevchenko and Weili. I want to talk about that a little bit. And Invicta FC 51. I want to run through the card with y'all. We'll kick it off next month with a card with 2 championship fights, right? And still got to get some of y'all in Invicta FC, it seems like. Some of y'all casual fans still ask me, what is Invicta FC? And, there's still people that ask me, like, is there an organization where all women just fight? And I'm like, yeah, like it's called Invicta FC. Check it out. I mean, it's not up there with like Bellator or even LFA, but, well, I'd say it's close to LFA. It's almost there, right? But because LFA still has a mix, it's men and women. But if you want something that really represents and you want to see where some of your favorite UFC fighters come from, you go to Invicta FC, right? So yeah, we can talk about that. Manon, her possibilities of maybe being pushed back and maybe having to fight somebody else, we'll see. And Joanna got that decision she wants to make in January. She says she wants to make that decision on, trying to come back, right? But anyways, y'all, jumping back up here, man, I just wanted to go back in on this a little bit, man, because every time I see some interviews with Valentina Shevchenko, these, media personnel, whatever you want to call them, these interviewers or whatever, they continue to ask Valentina about this fight with Weili. That seems like to be the hottest question out. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It's because of views, but as like a hardcore fan and people who analyze this, like, why is this even being discussed right now? Like, why do people keep running with this? And I mean, we really have one person to blame, right? It's the second time around. The only one to blame is Ariel in this one, man, because he started with that question in Weili's most recent interview. And then it carried over, of course, when people said, oh, that was her answer. They're going to run and take it to Valentina. So they take it over to the Smo. And they asked the question. And Valentina's like, oh, I heard so-and-so wanted to fight you. So she's going to answer the question. And then they take it over to the next, right? Ask the same question. And Val says, she gives the same answer. She's like, I know Weili's improving here and there, but it's just not going to work. She's like, still not going to work. Still not going to beat me. So, my answer to all of that, because, some people ask me about this fight. They keep thinking like this is some hot fight. I'm like, well, this segment here is for y'all too, the usual fans that come through. But this is for, the casual fans. It's for the casual fans. It's for the Valentina fanboys. It's for the Weili fanboys. It's from somebody who's a realist and that thinks logical. Please don't take this question seriously, and please don't ask for this fight. Please don't egg this fight on. Don't continue to discuss the possibility of the fight happening. So when you see the interviewers or hear these interviews ask these questions, just be like, oh man, just ignore it, comment in those videos and tell them that, no, this ain't a fight that needs to happen. Stop asking the question. But see, that's the thing, like casual fans, they just get so caught up in both, in their fighters, and they don't think logical anymore. They think that their favorite fighter is Superman or Superwoman in this case. They think that they can conquer the world just because they got one belt, the first time around. They think it's go time for anything. So the casual fans, they run with it too. But to me, it's like, you got to think about it. If you really know the fight game and skill sets and experience, putting all of that together, you have to be like, oh, wait, man, like, Ariel, close your mouth. Don't ask stupid questions like that. Don't even ask the questions like that because it don't make any sense. If anything, y'all should be trying to hype up a rematch with Santos instead. You know what I mean? Rematch is something, talk about that. Whether people think she deserves it or not, a Santos fight makes more sense than a Weili fight, right? Why? I mean, because Santos she gave a good effort of herself, and she's in the same division, and she's got the style that's a challenge. But when you talk about Weili, what has she done to garner this question to say, hey, how would you like to fight Valentina? Like, is that a good fight for you? I mean, like, come on, man. Like, of course, the fighter, they're gonna, keep that energy, and they want to keep that code that shows heart. But they know deep down that they're not ready for that fight. They know deep down that's not something they really want to do. So it's like, why even take it and run with it? So I always say, for the fighters, it should just be like, that's not a fight I'm looking at right now. Next question. It's like, it could be in the future, but we'll look at it some other time. But even saying something like that is dangerous now. It's dangerous like that because you see how people take it and they automatically take it to the champion and say, yo, Valentina, Weili says she wants a super fight with you, So as soon as that is said, then everybody's going to start thinking, okay, that's the fight to make, because now Valentina's giving her answer is like a dig at Weili. So Weili's got to push for that fight now. But nah, man, it's like, man, get out of here with that noise. It's like that don't make me hyped up it don't make me any more hyped up to want to see that fight. It doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, Chin, I want Weili to just stay at strawweight. I want her to stay at strawweight for her whole career. If I had my way, I'd be like, yo, just stay there your whole career, or maybe wrap it up with like one cash out fight at flyweight. And that's whenever Valentina ain't even got to be there. Valentina ain't even got to be there. But aside from that, I would just want to see her do her whole career at strawweight. That's fine with me. Whether she was to defend her belt 2 times, 3 times, just keep it moving. Oh, Mark Robinson said when Combat has over 100,000 subscribers, we'll be enjoying that beat. 100,000, ooh, that's a lot to ask for. 2B said, in my opinion, she got the belt and has plenty of compelling challengers. Definitely. Carl said Valentina is the biggest prize at women's at UFC, which is why these reporters keep asking these girls about Val. She is, but she's like out of everybody's reach, in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't even call her like a prize for any other woman there because nobody really holds the same skill set to compete. Like she's just in a lane of her own right now. Getting the belt is the biggest prize for any these young ladies in general right now. But for her, I just think she's kind of out of reach for them. So, it don't even make sense for the reporters to even to bring that name up, especially to a strawweight. It's just like with what she's been doing, some of these other fighters haven't even like touched just a 25% of what she's done. So it's like they have to build their own lane and build it up in the casual fans' mind to say, oh yeah, that's the fight I want to see. I want to see King Kong versus Godzilla. That's what it is. But like right now, it's not too. It's not looking like two titans. The only titan fight is the Shevchenko Nunes fight that needs to happen a third time to a lot of people, or Santos. To be said, common sense ain't so common at times. I think people are just excited for any potential super fight outside of the Nunes fight, right? But people they don't understand the definition of what a super fight is. Like to me, super fight is something that just matches up across the board. A super fight is it's skills, accomplishments, and star power. It's the Floyd versus Manny thing. Like everybody wanted that because that's a super fight. Accomplishments were shown, skills were shown. What did I say? Skills, accomplishments, and star power. Star power. Yeah. Star power is a big part of it too. But to make the fight really interesting, they have to be somewhat 50-50. It has to be something that matches up. It can't just be, because this person's really popular. Like Weili is probably a lot more popular than Valentina, especially in her country. She's come closer to, we'll have to actually look at numbers before I go in on that, but it seems like she's the one that tends to be the highest on most of the UFC cards, right? Like before her, Valentina comes before her. Fights usually come on before her. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna keep it simple. Valentina may have the best skills, but Weili has star power, but Weili don't have the skill sets like Valentina, so it's lacking. It's not a 50-50 fight, so to me it's in no way like a super fight. Like in their minds, they build it up as a super fight, but it's definitely far from it because you need those 3 or 4 elements like I named, skills, accomplishments, and star power to balance it all out. That's just what it is, right? Claude says Santos rematch has no value for Val. She wants to clean out the top 5 again and then go for Nunes. Well, I think it does. I mean, when you have no one else bringing value right now, or nobody that's in a position, to me, she does. Like, because, it's a situation where Val's never had a close fight. Valentina's never had a close fight like this before. And she could go in there and show how quick she can make improvements. You know what I mean? You never really see champions do that in the UFC. You don't really see champions come back and fight the same person again. If you really believe in your skill set, you can say, oh man, this time around, I can do it even a little bit more convincing. To me, it make more sense, especially when no one else is showing interest. Like if everybody else is indisposed or they're busy, you go with the next best thing, which to me, Santos has more value because she wants it again. And she did come out with a split decision where, other fighters are out now with injury or other fighters want more experience. So you could give her them fighters with more experience, like Alexa Grasso. I'm going to go ahead and use the name. But if she's not going to put up the same type of effort and she wins, is it really worth the same? is it really worth the same? When you look at it down, like when you actually look at it down the road, like would that win be worth anything if that person didn't really want it or it was thrusted upon them? Is it worth it? I don't know. I think in this case, Tyler makes it more interesting, even in an entertainment way, because she's actually making fans want to see Valentina go back in there and see if she can make it look like a shutout this time, or make it a shutout, excuse me. Or they want to see Valentina shut Santos up, right? You got to look at it from all angles. So to me, it does hold more value when you look at it like that. Cleaning out the rest of the other fighters in the top 5. I mean, who is there left? Just Manon's back. Manon's here. We just wait till she comes back, and then Grasso. Everybody else has been there, done that. But the only one I think that really built herself up even for a second go round is Santos. Because, people seeing that, they're like, oh, wow, like she was actually able to fight her to a split decision. I mean, like, I'd like to see that happen again, because that's where I'm coming from with it. I'd like to see it again, I want to see her take on Valentina again, and I want to see if Valentina can make it as easy as she has in the past. Like, was it a fluke? Some people think it was a fluke, even if it was a 5-round decision. So I want to see if it can go Santos's way or not, Claude said Val mentioned 4 names last week, and 3 of which are ready to fight. It's up to the UFC to get their act together. 3 of which are ready to fight. You talking about Nunes? Who are all the 3 names again? Was it Nunes, Grasso, and who was the other name? Who was the other name, Claude? Am I blanking here? Because I'm just seeing that Santos, Manon, Grasso, and Nunes were like the only names that keep coming up. Like, who's that 3rd name? Who's that 3rd name? Shin said the Santos rematch makes sense along with the Grasso Manon fight. Yeah, they all do to me. They all are good, because they're a different look, but some of them just tend to hold more weight to me. Sasui said, let's be real. All Santos had to do was throw punches back and failed to do so. So is her IQ really there? What's the game plan at this point? I wish she threw punches back so the division would get lit. Sad. Well, that's the whole purpose of a rematch. To go back and, build your IQ up and come with a better game plan, right? I mean, the game plan the first time around was okay. It was something a little different that Val hasn't seen, but it wasn't enough, right? Satsui said, where does Blanchfield fit into all this? Well, as of right now, she doesn't. Right? She doesn't fit in there right now. She's got to be matched up, and she's got to fight her way up. Right? She's in the top 10, but she doesn't fit in this thing right now. Eventually, she will, though, because she's a good fighter. But eventually, she'll be there. But as of right now, it's got to get that work in. Yeah, really. What's up? She said, I think Zhang Weili idolizes Valentina. She wants to test herself to see where her level is and where her limit is. But Weili does need to stick to 115. Yeah, I agree. Claude said, Nunes, Grasso, Weili, Manon. Oh. Well, yeah, I'm scratching the Weili. I don't even count that. I can't even count that, man. I'd rather put Santos in there with. What about y'all in the comment section? Like, how would y'all want to see it? Like, would y'all want to see a Weili fight before Santos rematch? I mean, financial wise, for the champion, it makes sense. It makes sense for her to get it for money. But how many of y'all would actually want to see a Santos fight over Weili? I'm telling you, man, I'd like to see the Santos fight. Because when you look at it as far as legacy wise, money wise, it'll do something. Because, a lot of Weili's fans are really going to be cheering for her, and they think she can do it, which I don't think she can. Even though I'm a fan of her, but I don't think she could do it. But down the road, legacy wise, I'd be like, man, if Val skips out on a rematch with Santos, it makes me say, wow, like make me kind of question, like, why would you take that Weili fight? Like, it's not gonna be a good look. Money wise, it is, but like skill wise, it's too much of a mismatch. It just is. It just is. You know, I feel like the rematch. I feel like the rematch Val would do much better and it benefits her more. Yeah, the longer she waits, the longer she waits, her being the champ, I feel like she can make the choice to say, yo, give me that fight in December. Because remember now, she did state she was ready to come back in December. And Tyler stated she was ready to come back in December. But, she said that's not a fight she wants. She said this girl got to work her way back up, which me personally, I don't think so. But, when I think about it, I think Valentina's kind of thinking of it like her situation. I think she said, look, if I have to go through it, you have to go through it. Because y'all remember when Valentina was at bantamweight, she after she lost to Nunes the first time, before she could fight Nunes again, she had to fight Holly Holm and Juliana Pena and beat both of them in good fashion. You know what I mean? So I think like to get back to a point where she could get a rematch, she wants Santos to do the same thing. You know what I mean? But I don't think Santos has to put in that much work. Like maybe one more fight, right? One more. Because at the top, you already have a lot of fighters who have been there, done that, don't want to put that effort. It seems like Santos is the only one. But yeah, speaking in Val's point of view, that would have been her chance to go in there and just go ahead and, nip that one in the bud, in 2020, 2023, or 2022 off with two wins over Santos, one split and one more convincing. Carl said Grasso needs to step up after that Manon. She should be ready. After that Manon fight, she should be ready. Yeah, I think so too, man. Like when you get to number 5, the energy has to start changing, man, because that's where the champion makes their decisions. Like top 5, when you beat the 1, you beat the 2, you start getting down to 3 and 4, you're pretty much gonna be next in line. There's really no more waiting. See, I give 6 through 10 a pass because they still need to get maybe one fight and then maybe a title eliminator. When you get to like Grasso's position, it's got to be, strictly ready. It's got to be strictly ready. Claude said Santos should at least be a top 10 first before rematch. Yeah, I like that too, man. I mean, believe me, look, when I'm looking at it in a position where they want to fight ASAP, I think she has to take what's right there for it. But if Val wants to play the waiting game, then and she wants a sharper Santos, then let Santos fight Chikagan. Chikagan is always ready. Chikagan's always ready. Santos said, if I can't get Val, I'll fight Manon or Chikagan. So, whatever works out in her favor, that keeps her in the mix. Don't put her on the back burner too long, especially if she thinks she's ready. I mean, she's been training. She apparently she's medically cleared, so it's got to keep the momentum going. Gabrielle, so I think the UFC wanted Val for the first quarter 2023 instead of December. Yeah. Well, if they get her the first quarter of 2023, again, like Claude said, Grasso better be ready to step up because if it's first quarter of 2023, pretty sure it's going to be Grasso. Mark Robinson, so he said, I think the question is coming down to if Grasso doesn't take the title shot now, what does that mean for her future? If Val wins or loses her next fight, Grasso cannot avoid Val, Manon, or Santos. Right. If Grasso doesn't take the shot now, I think that means she's going to have to fight the winner of. She's going to have to fight Santos. But see, this gets confusing. She would have to fight Santos, or she going to. You know what? If Grasso doesn't take this title shot, y'all hear me out. Listen, if Grasso does not take this title shot, she should have to fight the winner of Andrade Murphy. And most of y'all think Andrade's going to win. So, hey, I'm just saying. Within hopes of Andrade wins, right? I don't know that fight. That fight is interesting, though. I'm just saying, like, if Grasso turns down the title shot first quarter 2023, we're going to see her fight the winner of Lauren Murphy Andrade. Or Andrade regardless. If Andrade loses anyway, we'll make her fight anyway. Claus said Holmes was ranked number 8 when she fought Rousey, so Grasso should be ready. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because, Rousey already kind of ate through the division, right? So then when they got to Holly, they was ready to put Holly in. So, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Grasso should have been, like, bringing this energy, man. Like, knockouts, some one-sided beatings. Macy Barber, she stops JoJo. She outclasses Arujo. It should already be like, let's go. Because I think, when Holly got it, she was ready. What do you think about X2's comments? Hold on, let me go back and see. Thomas said, she had no ifs. Grasso whoops Manon and Santos. Oh, that comment? Oh, man, that's funny. He didn't put Andrade's name in it, though, because that's who I think she should have to fight if she turns down the title shot. Stamina said, if Grasso declines the title shot, give her Suarez. Again, pound out session at 125. Man, he said they're gonna take her back down that road as punishment. Zaman said Rose was 6th, I think, when she fought. Yeah, she was, because Rose had lost to Carolina, and then she beat Waterson, I believe. She lost to Carolina, beat Waterson, and then got the title shot. Satsui said, if Grasso doesn't take the title shot, then go back to Invicta. Either you're a champion or on the verge of being one. Dang. He ain't even give it on dry. He said, go back to Invicta. Dang. Val said many times she liked to fight 3 times a year. I love that energy, but it's going to come down to people wanting to line up, right? See, as a contender or a journeyman or prospect, you want to fight 3 times a year? Oh yeah, fine. Stay by the phone. We'll call you all day long. But when it comes down to being a champion, that's where you have to kind of understand it's not by your choice at this point. Sometimes it is, like some fighters, that's boxing. Boxing guys can fight once, twice a year now because of the money. They fight with big checks and then they chill and they don't fight like before. But when it comes down to the UFC, it's going to come down to the contenders being ready too, ready for that call. So I could understand her wanting to do that 3 times a year thing, because I would love to see that. But as you see, it kind of fizzles out throughout the years. Last year she fought twice a year. Was what, 2021? Which ain't too long ago. But 2022, you see it's down to 1 because they're still trying to fix things out. Trying to straighten things out here, right? Gabriel said, I feel like 2023 is going to be a big year for WMMA. I hope so. We just got a lot of different things going on. Kayla Harrison wants to take the 80-20 against Chris Cyborg. You got some new signees in the strawweight division. Tyler calling for a rematch. Grasso, Manon, different fighters in the mix. So I'm hoping it is. I'm excited for Suarez's return. I wonder who she's facing. I don't know. Maybe Karine. I hope Karine Silva, somebody just unranked. Just give her an unranked fighter for now. If she would have came back in 2021, it was going to be Roxy. But the longer you hold that, and the longer you have to stay inactive, I think it goes down. Your stock kind of declines, in my opinion. All right. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with the whole Valentina Weili thing. It's like, you have to say, look, as a fan, sometimes you have to say, just stop it. Interviewing guy, whoever it is, just say, yo, media, stop asking these questions. This ain't the fight to make. Val's got enough on her plate. Weili's got a ton on her plate just to build up her own legacy right now. So you just have to say, look, man, like comments, leave the comments. Y'all like to tweet. Y'all like to tag these media, these different media platforms, their names and everything. So it's like, go ahead and tag him and say, "Oh, Ariel, stop asking these stupid questions about fighting Valentina. You know Weili ain't ready for that." But that's what I'm saying. Like Weili fans, man, they get nuts with it, man. They like, oh, she got a big chance. Anybody got a chance in MMA, period. But how big of a chance does she really have? Not very big. Not very big. Because Manon Lemos is bringing problems for this type of style. And Lemos is just like a portion of what Valentina is going to actually do to her. Then you got to factor in the weight move up. You're going to be fighting this bigger, physically stronger woman who can pick up Holly Holm and hold her own against Santos. And that can make Andrade look like a little baby in there for like 2 rounds. You know what I mean? So you got to factor all of that in. Close to any updates on Manon? I know Manon's been sharing the call out from Valentina. So I guess she's just letting her know that, hey, she's going to be ready. She's been sharing it all across the board. As far as how the update on injury, I'm not sure yet. I know her trainer. I think her trainer follows. So I might have to DM him and ask him. Maybe I'll send it in French so he can answer. What's the update on Manon? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Gabriella said, you think it might be Juju? Juju did say she had fight news. Ooh, Juju's a good name. That'd be 2 former Tough House winners, right? Strawweight and flyweight. Let's see. Before I move on here, if Weili herself ain't calling out Valentina, the press needs to stop pushing that narrative right now. Weili has a strawweight division dominant for. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, she ain't really asking for it. Like, it's always the other way around. Media puts the name on her, and then that's when people get to, poking at they like to poke at the fighter. Then they say, man, this fighter's stupid. You shouldn't be calling this person out. I'll be like, Weili didn't call her out. Weili didn't call her out. That's what I'm saying. Like, some of these media platforms, they ask loaded questions, hoping that the person they're interviewing just gets kind of tired of hearing them talk, and then they finally say, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah, that's fine. I'll do that." Then it's like all the while they didn't even say it. They didn't even say it. Oh yeah, Gabriela Fernandez, yeah, she got signed, right? I think she needs some work though. I mean, I wouldn't put her in there with Suarez yet. I like to see Gabriela in there with maybe some of the other unranked fighters. Yeah. Yeah, they love to play with words, man. They play with the words, man. You be like, what? Be like, I didn't even say that. And then when he goes on to the next video or the next person, they're like, I heard you said this. Or, when they put the text out, it's like, oh, the champion said this. Same thing like with Rose. She ain't even asked for she didn't even say strictly about any, the words he said weren't even like strictly about Rose. It was Ariel's saying everything. So when he says it and she acknowledges it, it's like, okay, that's what she that's what she said, So that's what he said. Claus says that's what BS champs rarely fight more than twice a year. Where are you coming from? What did he say? Hold on. Izzy fights 3 or 4 times a year as a champ. Alex moved up as a backup, and he's number 1 pound for pound. There are ways around this next because I generally not taking these excuses. Nah, they can't fight 3 times a year forever. I mean, like I said, eventually the division has to slow down, and then you got to get some names up in there. You know what I mean? You got to get some names up in there that's ready. See, when the flyweight division first started, everybody was kind of in a position to fight maybe 1 fight and they would be ready, or 2 or 3 fights and be ready. And then eventually you'd have an experienced fighter, one after the other. But eventually when you get to 5 or 6 title defenses, it's going to slow down. So you might have a year where you fight 3 times, maybe 2 times in a row, right? Which fighters are you excited for in their debut? Bruno Brazil. I'm excited for Bruno Brazil's debut. And Marcus Bell told me Ekaterina Shaklova just got signed by Bellator, their featherweight division. So I'm excited to see her. Who else am I excited to see? Let's see. Jacqueline Amarim. I want to see how she does at 115. Let me see. Yeah, those are the three I'm really looking at. And let me see. I believe somebody was making their Invicta FC debut. I have to go look at that first. But yeah, as far as like Bellator and UFC, those three I'm looking at. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's all I have on that though, for real though. Yeah, like I said, just media, casual fans, please don't take this type of stuff seriously whenever you see it posted that this is a matchup that needs to be made. Not now, possibly not ever for me. But knowing, like y'all said, that Weili wants to test herself, eventually it might come in like maybe another 2 or 3 fights. So we'll just have to take it as it comes, right? All right, so Invicta FC 51. Invicta FC 51 is taking place January 18th, 8:30 Eastern Time on a Wednesday. Invicta FC cards, man, they're always like Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I don't think I'll do a fight companion for this one. I think I might be busy that week. January, getting back into the new year is always a busy time of year. It's a busy time of year, so I won't be calling that fight, but it seems to be shaping out nicely. It's a 7-fight card so far, and we have 2 championship fights, and one of them was one of the fights I told you this fighter would be fighting for the belt pretty soon. All right. So let's go down the list of fights. I like Invicta FC. I do. I like that organization, man. I think they definitely, for y'all casual fans that just started subbing to the channel, if you want to look for some of the best talent on the come up that you want to see get signed in the UFC, Invicta FC is pretty much where you'll find a lot of the women, or it's a place some of your favorite fighters go if they go on losing streaks and they can't hack it in the UFC, right? That's where they go. All right, so let me pull this list up here. All right, we got like 20 people. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Only got 8. Hit that like button while I pull this stuff up, and we'll talk about this card. Because some of y'all don't know, I'm a long time Invicta, man. I'm talking Invicta FC 1. Yeah, I've been around since the very first card. All right. Trying to pull Tapology up here so I can go through the card. Like, when did y'all first start watching Invicta? Like, let me know in the comment section, like when y'all first start watching. 6. The only time I'll be interested in the Weili versus Valentina fight right now if it were for the strawweight belt and she drops in weight. That would be interesting. See, because we already know the answer if she was to move up to flyweight, but that would be a challenge for Valentina to take on the task of cutting even a little bit more weight, right? Okay, let's see here. Okay. Invicta FC 51. To be said early 2021, late 2020. Oh, wow. Okay. That's always a good thing, man. Just come on in and just start watching. You'd be like, oh, wow. For the most part, I think they have some good cards. Early on, they used to have some really, really explosive cards because, you had a lot of women that were bringing a lot of experience already from other disciplines. And it was like, wow, they was really going at it. Zama said from Rose Torres, Paige Van Zandt times. Oh, yeah, that's far back now, right? That's like, yeah, that's around the first time it started. Yep. It's about around right time when it started. TJ said, off topic, but if you fly on Southwest Airlines from Chicago to LA, pay attention to the pilots greeting you as you board. One will likely be Antonina Shevchenko. Hey, she's a pilot, man. If a pilot, look, TJ. Let me tell you this. It, I hope you're saying that as a compliment because I would rather be an MMA fighter right now than be a pilot. You know how much stress being a pilot is? I know some people now that actually going, taking some flight classes in flight school. That ain't no joke. I'd rather get in a cage right now than get in a plane or even take flight classes. I ain't being no pilot. I would never putting other people's lives in my hand. I give her a lot of credit for that. That's a different type of focus, man. That is a different type of focus. That's a different level of stress right there, man. Focus, stress, and discipline. Really, very, very. Yeah, I'll fight out of a weight class I shouldn't even be in. I would move up to like light heavyweight or middleweight before I be a pilot. Keep my feet on the ground, shoot. Get choked out sounds better than, flying through a storm or something. I'm just saying. So yeah, I give her a lot of credit for that. To be said, keep in mind, I actively started watching WMMA in general in early 2020. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that, man. For real? 2020? I thought it was a little bit longer. Well, if it's been that early, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do and want to keep going with it. Stamina said Holly Ronda was among the first MMA fights I saw. Not the very first, but it was that sort of era. Oh, okay. 2015. It's like 7 years. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's when the bantamweight. See, that's what I'm saying. The bantamweight division put a lot of people on the MMA. So yeah, guys like you, Stamina, y'all can give that bantamweight division early on a lot of much due respect because that's when it was popping. See, anybody coming along right now, it'll be strawweight division or flyweights. Now they don't even know what the bantamweight division used to be. Teaches I was kidding about Antonina, but I do wish she'd do anything else other than MMA. Hey, and she's doing that. She's flying a plane, so it's okay with me. It's okay with me. Okay, here we go. Invicta FC 51, 7 fights. Let's go down this list. I'm going to tell y'all which fights to look out for. So you had two beasts. As somebody who's just taking up WMMA going on your 3rd year, let me hook you up with some recommendations, all right? Number 1, strawweight fight between Fatima Klein and Laura Gallardo. Now, y'all heard me talk about Fatima Klein over here. Fatima Klein is a killer. 2-0, but she's sharp on the ground, building up her stand-up game as well. Her BJJ is off the charts, for a 22-year-old. She's from that black hole jiu-jitsu. She trains with Jillian DeCourcy and guess who? Aaron Blanchfield. So them young bucks like them, their level of evolution is off the charts, in my opinion. Like some of these fighters we knew before, they weren't getting it like this. Not saying it wasn't by their choice, but somebody like Fatima Klein, starting off as a youngin', is in that Aaron Blanchfield boat. It's too early to say right now, but I almost want to put her in that Aaron Blanchfield boat when I seen her in Invicta, because this girl can punch too. This girl is 5'6", 67.5-inch reach, fighting a strawweight. So she's in that Joanna JoJo height. But unlike them, she's not a pure striker. She's a grappler learning striking. So she's a young fighter looking to be well-rounded at 2-0. Very, very dangerous. And she's taking on Laura Gallardo. Y'all remember Gallardo? Gallardo was from the Tough House, the flyweight edition. So she's actually moving down to strawweight, which is probably where she needs to be because Laura Gallardo, she's not that big. She's only 5'1", 64-inch reach. Y'all remember she fought Brogan Walker and fought her into a good tough fight. She's beat Helen Peralta before. Close fight, in my opinion. That was a close one. Good scrap though. So yeah, Gallardo, she's tough. She can wrestle, but she can also, bang too. But I think she's dealing with a big, long strawweight in Fatima Klein. I'm telling y'all, Fatima Klein, y'all gonna watch out, man. Like she's probably gonna be fighting for the strawweight belt in like another year or two. And then y'all gonna see her get signed to 115. A fully developed Fatima Klein fits in well in the UFC. If she can go in the direction I think she can. So I'm just telling y'all now. She's gonna be a beast at 115 in Invicta. Look at her, man. She was supposed to fight Danny McCormick. Whew. That would have been a tough for Danny. I think she probably would have stopped Danny McCormick when she was supposed to fight last month, but had to pull out of a fight. But yeah, Fatima Klein, look out for her. Gallardo's kicking the card off. Second fight, Katie Saul versus Rayanne Amanda. Katie Saul, also strawweight. Atomweight, excuse me. She's an atomweight. Tiny thing. She's fought for like Bellator, Invicta FC, Combate. No, I don't think she's fought for Bellator, I believe. Yeah, she's just an Invicta fighter. Yeah, she's fought for Invicta and like Combate. But she's like mostly known as a striker. But she's also been working on the ground game. So she's one to look out for versus Rayanne Amanda, young Brazilian fighter. Another one of those, scrappy Brazilians fighting at a young age. So let's see. That's going to be an atomweight fight. So atomweights, I hope they get it home soon in the UFC, man. I really do. And we got another atomweight fight. Let's see. Messer Valencia, Alessandra Fiera. And then you got Claire Guthrie back. Claire Guthrie taking on Autumn Norton. Autumn Norton, man. That's another bantamweight. I go right there. She's bringing some heat. Only 2-1. But she's tough, man. This girl's tough. Puts on a show. She like on that level like Chelsea Chandler, be bringing that heat, be talking that good stuff, be fighting, man. So yeah, she's one of them ones I'm looking out for too, man. All right, that's the fourth fight on Claire Guthrie's good though, man. She's good to go. She's a scrappy fighter. All right, bantamweights. Next bantamweight fight, Serena De Jesus, Olga Rubin. Y'all know Olga Rubin. De Jesus, y'all know her. This should be a good fight. I think De Jesus, she's going to push Rubin. She's a big bantamweight as well. So you're going to see a scrap here. You're going to kind of give the edge to De Jesus in this fight. Her defense is kind of lagging, but she lacks in defense. Got a stone chin, man. Girl's tough. Eventually, I think she's going to put herself in a position to try to fight Tanisha Tennant. I think she was supposed to a while back, but they didn't make that fight. All right, co-main event, the sixth fights. Christina Williams fighting Caitlin Souza for the flyweight belt, which I knew this was going to happen. I said, eventually Christina Williams is going to fight for this belt. She's gotten better. She's like on a 3-fight win streak. So she racked up a couple of losses in Bellator. I remember she got knocked out in Bellator, man, like a while back. It was crazy. Even I think Denise Kielholtz had like rocked her bad in a fight. But since then, Invicta, she's been getting better. Went on a good win streak. And I was like, Christina Williams, she probably going to fight for the belt. She will. And boom, getting a title shot. Karina Rodriguez vacated the belt, went to Bellator. All right. And the main event, Tanisha Tennant, Toledo Bernardo. They made this fight last month, right? Whenever Toledo won her fight against that, wasn't it Katarina? As soon as she won, they was like, ain't you fighting Tanisha Tennant? I was like, yeah, in January. I was like, dang, they made the fight already. So this is going to be Tanisha's, let's see, 1, 2. This will be her second title shot. All right. Second title defense, excuse me. Second title defense for Tanisha Tennant, which is good. Build them skills up. build them skills up, keep it going, and yeah, make it work, make it work in your favor, make the UFC like what they see, and see if it can get you signed. Because I think Toledo Bernardo's got a style that Tanisha can go in there and look really, really good in. I mean, she's got the hands, and we've seen what Katarina did to Bernardo. I mean, she dropped her. I think she dropped her once, rocked her once, but Bernardo's jujitsu, that could be the problem. So whenever she may get rocked by Tanisha, she's gonna go for takedown. So Tanisha, keep it standing at all costs, end it as quick as she can. Sit down on her punches in this fight and end it, because the chin is there. Katarina rocked her bad. There was another fight before that. Arujo knocked her out. So, her defense is lacking when it comes to her striking. But the girl is dangerous on the ground. But yeah, it should be a good fight. Leaning towards Tenet to win. Just have to keep it standing. So yeah, it looks like a good card, man. Looks like a good card. Like I said, two beasts. If you want fighters to look out for on this card, look out for Fatima Klein, Katie Saul, Autumn Norton, and Claire Guthrie. And of course, Christina Williams and Tanisha Tennant. There's some fighters I think, you need to look out for. Yeah. Ernest said she be looking right, Bernardo. Yeah, them shots be hurting, man. Gabriella said, check out MMA.ideas. It mentions Aaron saying we should expect title eliminator fight for her next. Or wow. Yeah, he follows me. We follow each other. MMA.ideas. Yeah, we follow each other. Because you said anyone follows him. Yeah, we follow each other. So that's who he said. Operation make MMA, WMMA great again. The ones that air punch out of range for more than 30 seconds. Cut them. Yeah, I don't like no shadow boxing now. I want to see you measure a couple times. Then I want some punches. I want knuckle on flesh. Throw out a couple shots. Then find that range and start cracking. I think Souza wins against Williams. You think so, Gary? Let me see who all Ketlin Souza. Who was her last win? Because Ketlin Souza, I've seen a few of her fights early on. Pretty good ground girl, pretty scrappy. But I like the kickboxing. I like that length of Christina Williams. I think she's been improving. All right, Joseph said, I'd rather Valentina fight someone else. If fight Nunes, she lose again. Yet some people say Santos gave Valentina issues. Would say Nunes will lose the third fight. I still think Nunes will win the third fight. In my opinion, I think Nunes can do it a little bit more convincing. Colton, what's up? He said, I remember Christina Williams from when she shattered Heather Hardy's nose with a kick. Yeah, same one. But then she got knocked out by what is her name? That Melinda's girl. Yeah. No. Velasquez knocked her out. Yeah, Velasquez got knocked. She knocked her out. 2B said, trust me, I had zero intentions of missing any fights on that card. Most of the girls I've seen and can't wait to see again. Okay, cool. Robot Chicken, what's up, man? He said, honestly, I feel Aaron can pull off an upset if she work on her clinch and her stand-up. Upset against the champion? Gabrielle said, you think Aaron is ready for the title shot if she is to face a title eliminator? I don't think so. And this is somebody that's high on her, man. I need to see her go on that win streak like Manon and Santos, and let it be some big name, not big names, but experienced names, like title shot next, or title eliminator. That's big, man. Yeah. TJ said needs to improve her defense. Y'all know I'm talking defense. Defense is really, really big. I'm gonna go back and look at some of Souza's fights. Gary Baldwin, he said Souza has too much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look how the styles play out. Too fast to punch for Aaron to fight a top five right now. It is. But with Ebos fighting Arujo, I thought they were going to kind of pump the brakes on him and maybe let her fight, Jennifer Maia or something. So Aaron is either 2 or 3 fights away from a title shot in the UFC and Aaron agreement. Yeah, I'd say 3. I would say 3. Okay, yeah, Robot could say yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think she's like 3 fights away. And in those 3 fights, I have to see defense improved, maybe clinch fighting, like you said, and takedowns improved. Because I want to see how she gets more takedowns and like how she could get Val down and let that be her main choice of weapon. Because her jiu-jitsu, she's very technical. Like on the ground, I think she would give Val a very, very good fight. Very, very almost even fight on the ground. This girl don't do jiu-jitsu, just to be second best to somebody. She's actually improving. So I'm going to give her that. It's Valentina striking and her timing and her distance management that would really, and her lack of defense that would really cost Aaron a fight. Because if JJ Aldridge was doing what she was doing, what is Valentina going to do? So in the next 2 or 3 fights, you need to see defense, a little bit more head movement, and working on her own timing and working on a good low kick attack. For somebody like Valentina, even her hands, I'm gonna look at MMA ideas. I'm gonna look at it real quick. So Aaron could face Val next year. I don't think Aaron's ready. Nah, I don't think so either. Not when there's potential there. You don't want to rush them. Okay. Let's see here. Colton said depends if Val's ego will lead her into willing to go to the ground with Aaron. Yeah, and that's the thing. If she goes to the ground with Aaron like she did with Santos, there could possibly be an upset there because I think Aaron is less brute and she's more technical. Like that's how she gets her way on the ground. She knows she's not this big, physically strong fighter. She's strong, but Aaron's thing is like technique and movement on how she places her, her body on you, finding every little movement, to find out what she needs to neutralize on you. It's crazy. If she faces a title eliminator who is the opponent, I don't think it would be Chikagian because they, how they are with that training together thing. So I don't think she would fight her. It would maybe be like Lauren Murphy against Santos, Manon. Any of them 3 names. It's got to be one of those 3 names. Gary Baldwin says Souza looks like another Natalia Silva situation. Her debut, she looked more improved compared to her last fights. Yeah, I saw. Yes, her fight. That last fight she had did look pretty solid. Like it did look like what I seen when she had fought like way back, like a couple years ago when she had fought. What's that girl's name? Oh man, like this was like years ago. I think when she fought, wasn't it Ariana Carlosi and another Brazilian girl she had fought. But yeah, she's definitely looked a little bit better than what I've seen. But I just think Christina Williams has been mixing it up more. Her takedown defense has gotten better. She has good front kick. And I think she's using her reach in her frame well. She's like 5'7", 5'8". She's a tall, long fighter, I think, and use her striking to her advantage in this fight. It's going to be a good fight, though, man. It's going to be a good fight. If you feel like she's got them skills, man, look, Souza, I've got to see it now. I really got to see this fight now. No, I know what it was. There was that one fight, Florhani. That with Christina Williams. That was a tight one. Florhani. I'm not just saying that because I know Florhani, but I thought Florhani, for a shorter fighter, she put a lot of pressure on Christina Williams and almost beat her. And some eyes did. I watched that fight again. I thought Florhani did do enough to win the fight, but again, that range of Christina Williams came into play. She started landing combinations. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Let's see. Let me check these comments. What y'all got going here? Hold on. So that's what he said. Pull her from the ring because I had enough. She cries all the time. She's never active. Who is that? Robot Chicken said, Gabby, if Erin gets Val on the ground, she's in way more danger. I think she's more live than more finished. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, that's her best chance. Like, on the ground, she's very dangerous. Like, I would say Blanchfield, she's very close to being like Mackenzie Dern on the ground, like that dangerous. And she could take you down. Robot Chicken said Valentina is the truth, not a fraud at all. Oh, no. She's the truth. 6 said that's why she ain't giving a media rematch to build that fight. Oh, with Santos, yeah. I think Aaron, MMA Whistle, he said I think Aaron would get past fighters like Santos, Grasso, or even Macy. So her fighting with Valentina is so unlikely. Oh, you don't think she will? I don't think she gets by those fighters. Oh, you don't think she gets by Macy either? Santos would be the hardest for her to get by. Grasso would probably be another one because Grasso is technically a better striker than JJ Aldridge. And if JJ gave her problems, yeah, that would be a tough one. I think she could get by Macy, though. Macy's probably the most winnable one out of those. Yeah, Macy's the most winnable one out of those fights, though. Joseph said Santos fought good. I give her that against Val, but she needs to change it up. Valentina won't underestimate her next time. Still won't be easy. Yeah, it's still not going to be easy. I'm looking at his IG. I don't see it. Gabby. I'm looking at, MMA ideas. I don't see a mention of Aaron. Show me a link or something. TJ says Santos hasn't beat a top 10 yet. Is that correct? Where was JoJo ranked? Oh, JoJo was ranked in the top 10. JoJo was ranked in the top 10. She was ranked in the top 10 when Grasso was there. Yeah, she beat the top 10. What was Roxy when she beat Roxy? I thought Roxy and JoJo were top 10s when she beat them. I thought Roxy and JoJo were top 10s. Or Roxy wasn't like 11, was she? I thought Roxy was like 9 or 8 or 9. And JoJo was like 6 or 7. I thought they were both top 10s when she beat them. Oh, so I saw you were talking about Rose. Okay. Cole said, "Comma, have you seen Valentina's latest interview with the Schmo?" Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, I did a video actually last week because I watched it. I was talking about her call outs and stuff and who she wanted to fight. I do believe JoJo was in the top 10 at the time she fought. So yes, she was. Her and Roxy, I think. Mark said, I don't think this will happen because Valentina is Valentina. But in the third Nunes fight, I think we could see the most reckless Val ever. She know that if she loses the third time, it's set in stone. And that's where it would play in the Nunes' favor. I think the minute she gets reckless, it would play more in the Nunes. Gary says Aaron beats Macy, definitely. Yeah, I believe that. I think the other two would be tough. Grasso and Santos would be tough for Aaron. But Macy, yeah, I could see her winning that fight. Because, Macy was already underestimated, talking about she just all right. I was like, man, come on. If the fight go to the ground, Aaron might give you your first submission loss. I like that energy, though. Gabrielle said, if Grasso is not ready, they give it to Aaron. I hope not. That ain't fair. They should make her fight because you can't put Aaron in there and she's not ready. Like, Aaron is literally not ready. The evidence is there. She's still ranked lower. Grasso is number 5. So you got to fight. I would never push Aaron in there for Grasso because you climbed your way to the top already. You better take advantage of it. Nobody should be jumping over Grasso, and they shouldn't be putting anybody in there over Grasso. They need to go ahead and make her do it. That's how I see it. Valentina looking to beat the 11 title defense, and she'll set off in the sunset when she does that. Her only real motivation to fight at this point. Yeah. Oh, it's on his IG story. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let me see here. IG story. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read this to y'all here. Okay, shout out to MMA.ideas. We got, oh man, hold on. Okay. Nolan King says he was told that Erin Blanchfield and the UFC are in agreement that she's ready to face the elite part of the division. And King adds we should expect to see a title eliminator for her or a top 5 contender next. Nolan King adds a matchup for her is in the works for the coming weeks. Wow. We should expect to see a title eliminator fight for her? Oh my goodness, man. God, what are they doing? So if it is a title, let me save that picture. Because so if it, regardless if it's a title eliminator, if she fights a top 5, that means she's going to have to go right in there with Val next, possibly. Or maybe even before Tyler gets her rematch. Uh-oh. You know what, y'all? In the coming weeks, we might see Santos Blanchfield. I think, don't be surprised, y'all. Look, we might see this. Gabby, don't be surprised, Gabby, if they give us this fight right here. These 2 fights. Look, this is what it might be right here. This is getting interesting. This is interesting. This is what we might see, man. Oh boy. And I don't personally like it. I think we need a slower burn for her, man. Like, Will said she and the UFC are in agreement though, man. So Colton said they got to build Aaron up more. I believe that too. TJ said Santos too highly ranked to get Aaron next. That would be pure BS. I'm in agreement, man. Her fighting in top 5 right now. Who's in the top 5? Who could it be? Let's see. Who could it be, man? Let me see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. If it's a top 5, it's a top 5. Okay, so Grasso's free. Lauren Murphy's fighting Andrade. Her and Chikagan train together, so I don't think that'll happen. Then there's Manon and Santos. Manon injury, Santos. So it's going to be Santos or Grasso, TJ. Oh my goodness, man. This is crazy, man. BJ, let's go. BJ, what's up, man? Did you hear the news, BJ? This is nuts, BJ. This is crazy. BJ, if you missed it, I got to read it to you. If you follow MMA.ideas, you've seen it. BJ, you see what they're trying to do, man. Yeah, they always like that, man. Like, yeah, BJ, I've been hit there, but I be losing some, and then I don't get notifications. That's why I say hit that like button, just so it makes people have to see it regardless. All right, BJ, listen to this. Nolan King says he was told that Erin Blanchfield and the UFC are in agreement that she's ready to face the elite part of the division. And King adds we should expect to see a title eliminator fight or her next. A title eliminator fight next for her, or a top 5 contender. And a match will be coming up for her in the coming weeks, BJ. What'd you think about that? So she's going to be fighting the possibly title eliminator or top 5. And the fight's going to be announced in the coming weeks. BJ, I'm thinking it's Grasso or Santos, man. They are, what do they do? Man. Okay, now E-Boss is jumping up to fight Arujo. Now Blanchfield's going to be jumping up to fight a Grasso or Santos. What are they doing right now? It can't be Manon because she's out. So, she's still healing up. If this is coming up, this is going to be like the first quarter. So it's not Manon. It's not Lauren Murphy. It's going to be Grasso, bro. It's going to be Grasso. I think it's going to be Grasso because Grasso wants a 5-round main event. And then if they're preparing Blanchfield for a title shot, then she's going to be fighting a 5-round main event. Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. 6, I would love to see some of the girls box each other and build the UFC organization boxing belt like a sanctioned belt. I would love that. Like, believe me, man, look. 6, you get Rose and Grasso in there boxing. Irene Aldana and GDR. Kaylin Kagan in the mix. Shoot, go ahead and put some boxing gloves on Andrade. She might get knocked out in boxing, but still. Excuse me. Yeah, everybody said once you enter the top 10, you are only 2 or 3 fights away, ready or not. Yeah. I think 2 or 3 is fair, but like Erin is going to be fighting maybe 1. This is kind of scary. Especially if everybody you've been fighting is like below you. You know, you just fought Molly McCann and then you're going to be fighting a top 5. That's nuts, boy. That's crazy. UFC is going to kill the momentum and any star power that Erin has. That's how I feel. I'm going to leave it right there. I agree. Yeah. We just said Erin may get beat, but she'll fight. But like Colton said, you kill any momentum or star power that she has. If she loses now, that's going to kill more of her momentum. Then she's going to really have to go back. And she might wind up being like, I'm not saying it will be like that, but you got to work like 2 or 3 years to get back in the mix. Yeah, Sugar Sean, yeah, he did it. And got gifted, right? Canyoneer, yeah. I see too much potential in Erin to just, throw in at the top 5 right now, though. That's my opinion. The girls are always fast tracked to the belt at one. It's just how it is. Yeah, but it shouldn't be, right? Like Santos wasn't really fast tracked, in my opinion. She had what, 4 or 5 fights before she fought Valentina. Manon is in a position now where she fought 4 fights, and before she got to number 1 contender. I know Jessica I and them and like Kagan, like they didn't even really go on win streaks, but they were already ranked the top 10. But fast tracking them to the belt, it's just like you should see the pattern. You know what I mean? You got to see the pattern that for some of the girls, it's just not logical. 6 said Weili is the next Ronda and McGregor when it comes to star power. He just said Erin versus Calderwood. Man, get out of here. Man, JoJo ain't even in the mix right now. High five. What's up? He said Nunes has a better resume than Valentina, to be honest. Uh-oh. I mean, I do enjoy her resume a little bit more when I watch it or when I just read it. I mean, I like Valentina, of course. I love her fighting style, but when I look at Nunes's resume and watch it, I'd be like, man, this is a killer resume. And how she beat these girls is just Edie and Gomez all the way back to Invicta FC. I'd be like, wow. When I was watching Invicta FC, I was loving, Nunes's resume, the girl she was fighting. Lolita, what's up? She said, salute, smash the like button. Yeah, do that. You got like 30 people in here. Hit the like button. Gabriel said it could be Santos versus Aaron. Yeah, I believe either Santos or Grasso. If it's Santos, all right, because we got to look at this in a logical way. If it's Santos because Valentina doesn't want her, that would make sense in that aspect. But that means Grasso has to get that title shot. Throw her in there. Hey, look, if it's Santos, Aaron, then Grasso better take that shot. Grasso better take that freaking shot. That's all I'm saying. And by the time Manon heals up, she'll have to fight Lauren Murphy or something if she wants to get her another fight. In the coming weeks, we're going to be seeing this fight announced, y'all. So we'll see. I'm going to be on the lookout, and a video will be coming. BJ's all for it. Let her try. If she thinks she can do it, let her try. Yeah. Gotta let her try, right? Just got to let her get it. I mean, if nobody else wants it, she's part of my triple threat. So hey, look, I got another one of my quadruple threat that's in a position to fight for the belt. So either way, I can tell you, I told you she would get there soon. Told you. So 3 out of 4 of the ones I've said were threats have made it. Miranda's still unranked, but now Aaron's gonna be fighting possibly for a title eliminator. Then Manon's got the number 1. Then Tyler Santos has fought for the belt, came up short. But I told you, 4 out of the 3 out of the 4 I picked have gotten up there. And then in strawweight, Amanda Lemos has gotten there. Some of y'all didn't believe about Amanda Lemos, but now look, Amanda's got there. So y'all be looking now. I'll be looking at these fighters, how they move and what they got to get them there. See, Macy needs a lot of work. Like Macy, she's improving now. I never really said Macy was going to get there like that because there was just too much she needed to improve. As a youngster, she was still a kid compared to them. But she could probably get herself back in the mix with the way she's going now. But some fighters, that just don't have the well-rounded skills or lack defense, they ain't getting there. Claus said there's 2 numbered events in March, 85 and 86. We might see Val on one of those. Yeah, I think so. And it might be Grasso, man. It might be Grasso. It might be Grasso because Blanchfield is going to be taking on Santos or Grasso. I don't know. I'm just nervous for her. I really am. I'm very nervous, man. Oh, man. BJ said we got to give Macy props. Oh, of course we give her props, but she wasn't going to get to the title shot in her first run. Now, you know that. We give her props, definitely. I'm talking about now. I give her props for sure. But back then, she didn't get my attention that she was going to win a title shot or even get there because she was talking too much and she just was too limited, But I told you Tyler and Manon would get up there. I tell you they're up there in the mix, but first time around for Macy, nah, she wasn't going to get there. Well, if you ask me, BJ, neither one of them has earned it. He said she's earned it more than Blank. Neither one has earned it. I ain't even going to compare them. Neither one has earned it. Neither one has earned it, BB. Neither one has earned it, BB. Lolita said, Lemos, you think she'll go to flyweight? No. maybe down the road, but not now. There's no purpose for her to go to flyweight now. There's a lot of good fights for her strawweight. She'll only go to flyweight if she has trouble making weight, but she could fight Weili 2 times. She could fight Rose. She could fight Joanna. She could fight Marina again, because I'm sure that would bother Marina. She could fight Andrade again. A lot of good fights there. Gabriella said O'Neal as well can be fast tracked to the belt if they're doing it with Aaron. Yeah, she could be. She could be. She wanted to put a 3 or 4 year time stamp on it, but the UFC might say, no, you ain't. You gonna take it. You can take it right now. B just said Tyler didn't either. Tyler didn't what? Stop leaving me hanging. What you talking about? He said Tyler didn't what? High Five said Pena versus Valentina, please. Yeah, winner of that fight at bantamweight fights Nunes for the 3rd time. That's fair. What do y'all think of that? Pena Valentina rematch for the 3rd fight with Nunes. They'll both be fighting for a 3rd fight. Nunes's daughters. We're gonna label it Nunes's daughters fight for a 3rd time, a 3rd try. They fight for the 3rd try against dare I say it, the GOAT? Yeah. James said 2023 should be a good one for WMMA. It should be, man. Yeah, let's do Pena versus Valentina 2. Nunes's daughters fight for the 3rd fight with Nunes. If they can't decide who gets the 3rd fight, make them fight. Winner gets their rubber match. Gabrielle said, even if Aaron does not face title eliminator fight, she is still 2 fights away. So Aaron could face Valentina in the beginning of 2024. That's true. Like if she does fight Grasso now, depending on how she looks too, like if she doesn't look good in the top 5, they might pump the brakes. Which I wouldn't want her to look bad, but that might be the best thing. Like if she looks like she just has an okay fight, maybe unanimous decision, then they could like say, okay, maybe we pushing her too fast, So 2024 might be the logical thing because she might wind up, Val she might do the Santos rematch sometime this year, but she still lined up to fight Manon too. So, this could be the year that he said Tyler didn't 100% earn a shot. Oh boy, explain how she not earned a title shot, BJ? Explain that to me, BJ. How she not earned a title shot? Because there were a lot of people saying that she didn't need to take no more fights and just go ahead and fight for the belt. And then there was some saying she's not ready. I mean, who was in lineup at the time to fight Valentina anyways? I mean, she earned it to me. Went on her win streak. She went on her win streak like anybody else. Because back then, they lined up Chikeg in the fight, Arujo at the time. They didn't put her in there with Santos. So, Andrade was she lined up to fight like Calvillo around that time. Yeah. So to me, she earned her shot. She went on her 4-fight win streak all the way up to the top. Yeah, okay. What was I saying? Yeah. Valentina, this could be the year she fights 3 times, man. This could be the year that she fights 3 times because she's got maybe Grasso in the first quarter and then Manon in the middle part of the year and then Tyler by the end of the year, right? So they could actually do a 3-fight year. She could if she fights all 3 of them and wins all 3 fights, she would definitely be fighter of the year again. You know, that's pretty that's a game plan, but they wouldn't do that. This could be. I'm just saying this could be the year where she could actually do 3 again. Like Claude, you said she likes fighting 3 times a year. This could be one of them years that she does 3 times. And Jay said if it was me, I would have her fight Santos right away. I do believe she deserves a rematch, but if it's next or soon, don't change much. Santos will still get it. Also, I think Val has only 1 fight left on her current contract. Lolita says she's a Priscilla Cachoeira fan. Yeah, I am. Her and Sarge, right? Her and Sarge are going to throw down. 2B said if Val beats those 3 names in 2023, I think she deserves to be number 1 pound for pound in the world. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. 2Bs. I think that would give her pound for pound, man. 3 names like that. 3 names like that will give you pound for pound number 1. I'm sorry, Nunes. I'm just saying, like, I know you hold the wins, but activity, consistency, and that level of competition right there, Santos, Manon, Grasso, all 3, highly ranked opponents, those would be worthy of number 1 pound for pound. That's a good year for her. First quarter, second quarter, like, mid quarter in the summer, and then tying off the end of the 2023 with that. Yeah, Real said, who does Erin beat in the top 5? Who does she beat in the top 5? I think she could beat Lauren Murphy, and she could beat Grasso. I'd say those are the 2 I think Erin could beat. I think she could beat them names, though. Those are 2 names I think she could beat, Grasso and Lauren Murphy. Grasso ain't going to be easy, though. Grasso is probably going to be tougher to me because I think Lauren, could be in trouble on the ground depending on how strong she is. And sometimes her lack of defense, maybe she could eat some of them head kicks. That could be a problem. But I think Grasso is just so much more technically sound when it comes down to her striking selection. She can control it outside off a jab, off a leg kick. And then, her control on the fence could be a problem. So, I think those would be the names that she would have a chance against. But I think Lauren would be a little bit more winnable than Grasso to me. Oh yeah, that Misha Tate grappling is going to be on tonight. Yeah. Maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. Well, grappling tournaments, they be on like the weekdays anyway. It's not like an actual MMA, fight. Let's see, man. So this is crazy news, though. This is crazy news, Gabby. I don't know, man. If we see her in there, it's just something we got to roll with. She says she's ready for it. Maybe I guess it's the fact that she's looking at her competition that's ahead of her, and she's probably thinking, Erin's probably thinking that, oh man, like these girls ain't got nothing for me. I can get up there. Don't let it be Jessica Andrade, though. Lucky Jessica's taking on. Lucky Jessica Andrade's taking Lauren Murphy on, because That's gonna be one heck of a fight for somebody like Aaron. But yeah, she said she's good to go at number 10 now. She jumping up because Andrea Lee's taken, or Rujo is taken, Andrade is taken, so it's got to be Grasso. It won't be Maya because Maya's number 8. They said top 5, so it's gonna be Maya. And no, it's gonna be Grasso or Santos. Man, that's crazy. I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Okay, real quick on this though. Here we go. Joanna is trying to make her decision on coming back, making her come back in January. Not in January, but she's gonna make her decision in January if she's gonna come back. And she's gonna go through some training and camp, I guess, to see how she feels, and then she's gonna make that decision. So I guess Joanna still has a fight contract, because you know how it is. When Misha Tate retired, she still had a few fights on her contract. So I think that's the thing that we forget about. Joanna, even though she retires, she still has maybe a fight or two left on her contract. Because I can't remember how she signed that last one. Was it 2 or 3? Or was it for 1? I can't remember. Because like back 2 years ago when she was talking about, a year ago when she was talking about the comeback, she still had like another fight on there. Or she had to renew it for either one fight or two. I can't remember. But with the way the situation is looking, Joanna could go ahead and just come back and, fight out the last of her contract. But it's really in her mind right now to just try to make that choice. Go ahead and make that decision. I don't know. To me personally, if she is, it might just be to come back and get a fight to erase the L. It's not really going to be wise for Joanna to try and get herself back into like title contention. Not at all. Because with Weili or Rose, 2 fighters she's lost to 4 times between the two of them, that's just not going to look good. It's just not a good look. It's not a good style matchup for her at this point. So to me, if she's just trying to get a win, that's fine. To go out on a W. We see some fighters in boxing do that all the time. Let it be somebody like a Dern Rodriguez. Get you a 5-round main event or UFC fight night if that's how you want to wrap it up, and just let it be that. Or let it be that fight against the number 5 contender, Marina Rodriguez. Marina still want that fight. She's still calling for that. So that might be one of the fights the UFC's hitting her up with. Because, Marina said that she has some opponents lined up. She said one is not ranked. So the UFC must have been reaching out to Joanna too to see if she want to come back. But she has till January to decide. So, think on it. Maybe do one more fight and that's it. So if she wanted to do one more fight, I think, giving a fighter a pass for what they've done and, not wanting to go out on an L, take it. You know what I mean? Just do it if it's going to keep you quiet. Or at least maybe put out that flame that makes you always ask yourself, what if? What if I did? This could be the only chance. What if I don't take it? So it'd be wise for her to go ahead and take the opportunity now before 5 or 6 years pass. Close, I thought Joanna was working on a management type position for fighters in the UFC. I guess she is, but she still has that option right now to come back. Because like I said, she might have 1 or 2 more fights on her contract. Like I said, that's a situation where you can just say, I'm come back. And that's the only way you can come back. Like, you can't fight for anybody else but the UFC. If you come back, you have to fight out that contract. So she wants to do that, the whole management thing, but I guess she's taking these next couple months to think about it, because it hasn't been a full year since she left, right? It hadn't been a full year since she left, so she could still go back in there and do, do it. You know, she can still go back in there and maybe perform to a level to at least get a farewell fight, right? I don't even know if Miesha Tate, did she fully retire? I don't even know if she's like fully retired though, did she? Because she's still ranked. Mastermind said, you know, she should stay retired. I didn't think she was retired. She's still ranked in the bantamweight division, right? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, Miesha Tate still ranked number 10 at bantamweight. She's not retired yet. She's just taking a break because she might come right back. Mastermind said, I'm taking Andrade to stop Murphy early. I don't know if it would be early. I could definitely see where you're coming from, but I think I'm gonna give Lauren a few rounds here. Let's see if Lauren can put that blanket on her. You know, she's a big fighter. You know, let's see if she can smother that punching power. Let's see how strong she can be. Misha needs to stop these antics. They won't stop until they really, really get hurt. That's how fighters work it, you know. High Five Seven Nose back at the gym already yesterday. Okay. Yeah. That's why I want to go back and talk about that too. I want to jump back on this Manon thing here real quick. Yeah, because this is her opportunity, you know, to get this title. And granted, if the surgery wasn't too bad, you know, she could definitely make her way back in and fight in the mid part of 2023. But yeah, she's been back, man. We can go ahead and jump on that. Yeah, Manon posted up back at Club France, you know, the gym. She's back at work. And I guess she's working that ligament, you know, that leg where she had to tear, you know, building the strength back up into it and just making sure everything is working, you know. I think it's the right leg, you know, so she wants to make sure that thing is good as far as standing on it, doing some easy workouts, you know, no hard training yet, but we'll see. You know, we'll see if it will be Valentina's next fight, or will Val fight Grasso first, or will she wait for Manon to come back? Because she seems like she really wants the Manon fight. You know, Valentina shows interest in that because she said prefer Manon, but if Manon's not ready, Grasso is. But we'll see, because we'll see. You know, these fighters, these injuries they suffer. Yeah, you still have to go through therapy. You know, just testing it out slowly. You know, you just can't jump back into sparring and certain movements. Y'all seen Agapova, right? You look at Agapova on Instagram, like she can't even stand up and strike. You know, she's got the she's got the medicine ball she has to sit on because she can't turn over her punches with her feet. So, you know, Agapova has to just sit down and just kind of work the upper body. You know, so you know I guess her surgery was a little bit more serious. You know, she's been going through a lot of workouts with hers trying to build that strength back up. Yeah, because Agapova, she's been posting up certain workouts. They just have to be, you know, adjusted for her to sit down. Can't put a lot of pressure on them knees yet. It's a tough sport, man. Gabriela said, do you think Aldana can KO or TKO Nunes? She's got the power. She's got the power to do it. Will she do it, though? I don't think so. Like, she could catch her, yeah. I definitely think she's got the left hook, you know. Just pure boxing from Aldana, you know, is better. But, you know, Nunes is just an all-around better fighter. You know, Nunes is a much better MMA fighter, but Aldana's boxing is on point. So don't let Nunes sleep now, because Nunes sleep. She said that left hook up to the body, come up to the head, might put her down. I'm just saying the hands are there, but possibilities always there. He said, "Aldana, you can't even beat old Holly." Yeah, Holly did win that fight, man. She wrestled the crap out of her, man. Mm. Pena Nunes 3. Go with Nunes, yeah. I think Val and Pena should fight for that third fight though. Robot Chicken said Claudia Gadelia is still one of the best fighters to not win a belt. No cap. I've always wanted to see, the one fight that never happened on her way up was Rose taking on Claudia Gadelia. That would have been a good fight. Who wins that fight? Who do y'all think wins that fight? Claudia versus Rose. That was one of the strawy fights I've always wanted to see. I've always wanted to see Claudia and Rose fight. Like when she was on her way up and before she lost to Carolina, I was like, I want to see her fight. I want to see her fight. I wanted to see her fight Claudia. Lolita said, once your leg is jacked, you have surgery. It's jacked. I hope Agapova heals, but it's going to take a while. Yeah, her movement is very limited right now. And I believe it might change up her striking too. Lolita said Rose would win. James said Rose beats Claudia. Dang, Robot Chicken, you think that's true? You gonna take that, man? You said she's one of the best fighters without a belt. You think she gonna lose to them? Rose Lamos, yeah, Rose Lamos, that's a good fight. Six said the real question is who wins Prime Ronda or Prime Cyborg. I think we know the answer to that. I mean, if it's at 145 too. At 145 and it's prime Cyborg. Yeah, we know. Cyborg, right? Oh, got stretched. Oh man. Let's see. Claudia fell off. She got sidetracked. Rose would win. You not now. I mean before. Like she wasn't sidetracked like in her prime. We're talking like prime. Like what about her prime? Because yeah, she fell off now, but like prime Claudia versus Rose, like back in 2015, 2016, before the Andrade fight. Let's put it that way, before the Andrade fight, because that's where she really lost it. Like that fight took a lot out of her. High five. Rose ran away from Carla. How would Rose look fighting Valentina or Nunes? I can't even picture that. She don't need to be in there. Gabrielle said, Eileen Perez is funny. Check out her Twitter. She says that she is the money fight. She said if she won her debut, she would have headlined the Rio card. I I was supposed to do like Eileen Perez tweet, wasn't I? A tweet of the week or a tweet of the day for Eileen Perez. This girl right here. Eileen Perez. I was keeping up with her Twitter for a while, but then after that, I was like, hold on. I just got busy doing other stuff. I was like, man, this girl, she is a trip. Because her tweets are funny too, man. Like, it's like she knows it's delusion, but she don't care. She don't even care. I mean, she's got material for days, so I can go back and do like I'm gonna start posting it on the community page. And she know it's funny too. She know it's funny stuff. Okay, here's the funniest. I am the first person to call out Amanda Nunes this year. Everyone knows I'm the money fight, and if I won my short notice fight, I would be headlining UFC Brazil. I'm going to show everyone I am a WMMA pioneer in selling fights. Good gravy, girl. What you talking about? Somebody said you're not even ranked and you just lost to Stephanie Edgar. I don't think that adds up for a title fight. Somebody said nice way of showing it by losing. Somebody said she's a money fight. Somebody said you couldn't beat Stephanie Edgar. You suck. Wow. You asking for it. You know what I mean? Like when you put tweets up, like you be asking for it. Somebody said stay humble, darling. You talk too much for someone who can't win. Somebody said respectfully, who you? Okay, so when she posts a tweet, maybe I'll read through them like this because it is kind of it's kind of funny. It's fighter related, and this is how fighters work social media. Okay, so somebody said, "Is it bad? I don't even know who this is." She just tagged Mick Maynard and everybody. That's why they saw her. All right, somebody posted, "You have one fight in the UFC and one loss in the UFC. The last girl you fought is 8-5 in MMA. The girl before that is 0-2 in MMA. I know you're trolling for clicks and reactions, but there are better ways to do it." I don't know. This is kind of funny, though. This is Thick Diaz. Thick Diaz instead of Nick Diaz. So, man, people on Twitter are funny, man. This dude got a fat version of Nick Diaz, and he's called Thick Diaz. Who are you, though? So you lost to an unranked Stephanie Edgar. Somebody said, all right, bro, that's it. Give me your phone. Everyone knows I'm the money fight. Is this a joke? You can't run forever, Amanda. This is funny. Let me see if it builds up her numbers. Oh, she's still at 2,000. Okay, what else she got? What else she got? Okay, what else she got? Okay, now she said Norma Dumont was obsessed. I didn't know anybody was talking. She said, fact, Norma Dumont is scared of Amanda Nunes. This is why she's begging to fight me. Hashtag lose weight first. Dang, girl. What's going on here? Mastermind said Eileen is just trolling. Of course. She's trolling, definitely. There's no logic to what she's saying, but it is funny. This is a form of marketing. Yeah, but I think Eileen is known as the viral twerking girl. Yeah, she is. I don't even know where it's at. I just know where is the viral girl. Not very impressive with the twerking. Chit chat, what's up? He said, are there any WMMA fights that could be a main event pay-per-view and sell well? If past, only if Holly Holm was still like prime and good to go, but like right now that would sell well. Honestly, I don't think there's that many. I think it's like a 50-50 thing. Like Weili could sell her half, but I don't think there's anybody else that matches up that could sell. Right? I mean, let me be honest. Like, I'd love to see some main event WMMA fights for pay-per-view, but will they sell well? Unfortunately, I don't think so. I think Weili and Yan Zhanan would be a good fight, but they don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't think there's too many that really like would sell well, to be honest, Much as I love, the sport, I don't think there's any major fights. Lolita said Eileen's embarrassment to female fighters. Colossus, what's up? He said, I hope they make Dumont versus Chelsea Chandler. That's gonna be a good fight. I like both fighters. I think Chandler got a little bit more in the skill range, but gotta see it. Gotta see it. Gotta see it. Well, I want to see her get by Dos Santos first, because Dos Santos can crack too. But we've all come to terms that with a lack of a like long neck, she's got a good shock absorber. 2B said, guess what, everyone? We talking about her arrest. Guess what? Everyone we talking about her. I rest my case. Gabrielle said, do you think Rose gets booed when she returns? Just like Carla. I don't think she gets booed. I don't personally think she'll get booed. Somebody like her can be forgiven. And I'm not saying that. I personally am, like, you know what I mean? Like the majority, she can win people back. Versus somebody like Carla, Carla ain't gonna win nobody back because sadly, people weren't really, asking for a Carla fight. Rose, it was just as much as her fault, but you know what I mean. She can be forgiven. There's a lot of fanboys of Rose, and women, because I got a Rose fan that there's a woman that can't stand me. Ain't that crazy? I got a woman fan of Rose that can't stand me. Like I did something bad to Rose, and I'm like, you got to be Pat Berry personally, or you got to be Rose, because I ain't. You got that sensitive over something I said. I'm like, wow. 6 said, did anyone watch that Rose movie? I haven't watched it yet. I keep seeing it on the Fight Pass, the big screen, but I just keep pulling fights up. Maybe I'll check it out. Lolita says she tried watching it. I think that explains it. She said, I tried. I think that tells us how it was. 6 said, how was it? Robot said, Rose fans are toxic. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. Like, it's funny to me because I was like, when you mentioned Rose, and then you start talking about her fans, I'm like, dude, what did I say? I'm trying to think of what I said that made you so mad about Rose. I'm like, dang, girl, it's not even a man, it's a woman, as far as I know. I can't believe it. I'm like, I mean, I say things that people don't agree with, of course. I know why you don't like, but I'm like, you never said why you don't like me about that one. Of course, I never give you a chance. If I blocked anybody, it was that person. If y'all have to ask, that's the only person I blocked besides like trolling accounts. Because she went to name calling and then saying some racist stuff about Weili. So I was just like, man, get out of here. I wonder if it's the same one because there's another woman. There's another woman Rose fan that she was like, oh, I can't believe you said that about Rose. I ain't watching your channel. And I was like, I didn't say anything. Like, you act like I cussed the girl out or something. I was like, I didn't even say nothing, This is a different one. As far as I know, it was like a different account. And I was just like, what are you talking about? And it's weird too. You would think it would have been men, but no, it was 2 women. Again, as far as I know. Robert Henry, what's up? He said, lack a long neck. I measured it myself. She has a neck. How was that movie, Lolia? I need to know. She said a little bit of the Rose movie I saw did not hold my attention. I figured that. When you said you saw some of it, I figured that. Lolia said, why does that female Rose fan not like it? I don't know. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. Lolita said, give us your review. Yeah, I'll watch it and I'll give you my review. 6 said, Weili's training videos sound more interesting than the Rose movie. Dang. Gabrielle said, you think Rose gets put on pay-per-view or a fight card? I still think she'll be on a pay-per-view card. Yeah. If she's on a fight card, she probably would be like a main event still. Oh, yeah, she'd be like a main event. I don't think she fell that far off. Robot Chicken said Rose fans are nuts. That's strange. Very strange. Like, yeah. Very strange. Very strange fans. Rose interviews are always about being spiritual and stuff. I just can't identify with her. I can understand where she's coming from with that part because she does. She is a bit of a person. I guess a person that really wants to do better. I hope, Like I said, I don't know him personally. I'm just saying, like from what I'm seeing, I'm hoping she's somebody who wants to do better. And yeah, I think that's a good part of her. Brian says she's kind of boring as a personality. Yeah, boring is good though. Sometimes boring is good as long as you're not unstable. I mean, I guess it's not good as far as you want to be a star, but being good is being boring is the way to live if you don't want drama. Sorry, glasses fell. Mastermind said we're all nuts. Gabrielle said Tough is returning. Which female weight class is going to be on for Tough? I hope it's bantamweight. They need it. I don't know about you, Gabby, but they need to be on there. I think it should be bantamweight. Bantamweight needs it. Robot Chick said Rose is too hot and cold. I can't trust her. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That mindset, like. Chit Chat said, would Ronda get beat by the straw weights, or are they too small? Too small. Too small. Chit Chat. Too small. Andrade would probably have a chance, if she fought at 135 because she's been there. But yeah, I think they're too small. Ronda would do like she did back in 2014, 2016, 2015. Excuse me. Speaking about Ronda, I love her. Ronda era was fun. I wasn't like a big fan of her, but she kept it interesting. I liked it. I liked that era a lot. I did. Yes, Stammer said Bantamweight's on live support. That's why they need a tough show. That's why they need a tough house. They need to go ahead and get a couple of winners and then sign like half the girls they bring in. Gabrielle said where the UFC could use Tough to introduce the 105. Yeah, I think Brian said, 105. Yeah, you got enough. It's got to either be 105 or 135. Bring in a new division or rebuild the old one. Closer said, why is Macy Barber talking about moving to strawweight after she fights Angela? Is she going to give up that spot if she wins? Her plan is to fight 125 as a short notice division and move to 125 because she She believes she can make the weight now. She believes that her weight's closer, and she likes her chances as far as getting a chance at the belt at 115. Her nutritionist and her management, they have like a talk, and she wants to move down to 115. That's where she used to be. So I'm guessing that's something that's been on her mind. And like I said, maybe it's just the fact that she thinks her body is better off and her chances are better off. So yeah, after the Andrea Leah fight, according to her, it's supposed to be her last fight, unless it's a short notice flyweight fight. But my belief is, yeah, it's all based off what her and her nutritionist went over, that it can be done and her chances are better of getting to the top. Aaron Blanchfield versus Ronda Rousey. Ronda was pretty crazy strong. Probably had to go with Ronda. At 135 and 125, Aaron. 2B said, you predict Valismus McKenna already? Not yet. I haven't. 6 said Rose is fighting herself now. Yeah. That's the one enemy that's always the toughest to beat. Personally, I don't think there's enough atom weights. I feel like it might turn into a small version of 135. Or am I off? Oh, yeah, you're far off. There's a lot. I can count like a good 15, 17. I mean, you got for Invicta, you got like 6 fighting. You got 4 on an Invicta card alone next month. And then you got like a good 8, 10 from other organizations. I want to see bantamweight though. I mean, like, I want to see bantamweight. Like, they can't tackle any other new divisions until they do something with featherweight and bantamweight right now. Bantamweight was their moneymaker. Lolita's thick. I mean, not Lolita, Macy's thick. Sorry, Lolita Macy is thick. Yeah. But she's cut a lot of the thickness off. If the UFC was to add 105, who would be the champion? If Jillian DeCourcy was there and Jessica Del Boni, it's going to be down to one of them two. It'll be down to one of them two. 6 said, would you watch a women's slap contest? No, I don't. I'm not a fan of that stuff. I don't even like watching the men do it. Yeah, I can't stand that slap contest. I really can't. James said, looks bad attitude, runs her mouth cocky, and was backing up for years. Ronda was taking them out quicker than Mike Tyson was before the exposing, right? Colostrum said Adam Waits is not a healthy weight to fight at. Really? But for those girls that are so small, Alicia Zapatella, she's pretty thick for atom weight. I mean, it's mostly in her height, but yeah, she has a lot of weight to her. But you got them small girls. Jillian DeCourcy, she makes the weight. So, I'm like, maybe she's fine with it. She's never really talked about moving up the straw weight. Some of them are just so short that they lack the proper, the length and height to actually be competitive at straw weight. So I think, atom weight is needed. It's still needed. Robert Henry said, yeah, Rose is fighting herself, but who is Weili fighting next? Because I'm waiting. It's Lamos, man. It's going to be Lamos. Just wait. It's going to be Lamos. Don't worry. They're going to make it, man. Lamos versus Weili. It's coming. It's coming. High five say Joanna versus Marina, Rose versus Young, Weili versus Lemos, Carla versus Dern have been sealed in 23. Wait, they have been sealed? Where you hear that from? Corey McKenna close from. I don't know Corey McKenna. I don't think she could make 105. Carla could. Loma Labutni. I watched that. Carla Esparza versus Loma Labutni. I feel like 105 could be entertaining, just like 115. Yeah, you got a lot of experienced women. Yeah, Asian women are going to be naturally smaller, so you'd have a lot of good women over there. But you remember atom weight in like 1FC is 115, but you still find a lot of women that can make the weight. High Five said these fights are on lock. Are you sure about that? Have been sealed. I mean, those are good fights. Joanna Marina, Rose Yan, Weili versus Lemos, Carla Dern. Is that your wish list, or are you sure they've been sealed? Claude said Lemos is going to beat Weili. The chances are high. I think she has a great chance to do it. I'm telling folks that she can get up there. She'll see her fighting Weili one day. And she's got some skills to do it. Lolita said Floyd is one of the best boxers of all time. He would definitely beat me in a boxing match. I unfortunately don't get into match. In a no rules fight, I believe I can beat anyone on this planet. Darby, what's up? He's 100%. Carla would be atomweight champion. Yeah, if she moved down, she would probably be that. Korean Spirits, what's up? He said Joanna coming back. Well, she's going to make a decision in January. She's going to be training and see how she feels. And then she's going to try to make her decision in the month coming. Should she? I don't know. Waza versus Seiko versus Esparza. See how she can wrestle against Carla. Carla will be all over her when little Rising girls. Ain't Rising and Bellator supposed to be aren't they supposed to be like linking up? I might start looking at some more Rising. I haven't been paying attention as much. He's like, Joanna, can she keep up? I think she can still beat some of the top 10 girls, but top 5 is a different story at this point. I think she could still beat Dern. Highly possible she could beat Marina, but I think Marina can hold her own in that and might win. Could win, possibly, because she's got the power, I think. And good style against Joanna. Even Joanna, possibly. Darby said at 105, Carla could open up her offense more freely against women her size. Yeah. Yeah, she'd have a field day, boy. She'd be all over in wrestling. Colton said Nunez face plant Cyborg was a pretty big moment. Yeah, that was a big moment in WMMA. I ain't gonna lie. Dern at 105, too big for that. Oh, yeah. No. Dern at 105, never. Never that. Yeah, Carla would run it, huh? If Weili loses to Lemos, let her bring up. If Weili loses to Lemos, never let her bring up Valentina for a change. Yeah. She'll be suspended for even bringing her name up. If Yosada would link with Bellator Bud and Cyborg would retire on the spot. Damn. Yeah, Dern would never make that weight. Dern would be flyweight before she'd be atom weight. Dern just got too much in her. Sink, what's up? He said, man, I'm late. Yeah, you late, buddy. About 2 hours late on the dot. But it's all good. What you got? What you got? Sink. Sink heard the news. Aaron Blanchfield might be fighting a top 5 fighter pretty soon here. Cyborg at 105. Oh, man. Only whenever she's passed away. You know what I mean? Like, not saying, you know what I mean? Like, only when she's gone from this world, you see her lose that much weight. Gabrielle said Rose at 105. I think years she could have made 105. I don't know if Rose could make 105 and be healthy. Maybe back in like 2014, 2015. I don't think she could now. She'd have a big balloon head and like tiny arms. Yeah, maybe like when she was like a little tiny thing, maybe she was like 20. But now, I don't think she could do it. Darby said during, nah, not yet. Not with what she packing. Could Weili make 105? Oh, no. I don't think Weili could make 105 either. Gabrielle said Elise Reed at 105. No, I don't think she can make 105 either. She's kind of good size, too. Sam Hughes, maybe, because she's kind of, fit and thin. Sam Hughes and Loma Labuni, they could make 105, I think. I wonder if Montserrat Ruiz could. James said, yo, combo, if JJ comes back, what you think about her fighting Rose for number 1 contender? I know that would suck for the division, but make business sense, would motivate both girls. I wouldn't like it at all. Yeah, Stammer said Rose at 105 would be like Macy at 135. Drained and flat. That's how I've always seen her. Drained and flat. Colostrum said not talking to negative, but why do the UFC keep skipping Ebos to the top like she's some killer? What's going on? Man, that's the only question I can ask is what do they see in her right now? Like, yeah, like not bad, nothing bad. It's like Dern has a lot of heart. No, excuse me. Ebos has a lot of heart and she's scrappy, but like I don't see it. Like I just don't see what they see to possibly think she could beat Tyler. Arujo is the most doable name, but even then, I think Arujo might come out winner. Tabitha Ricci, yeah. Tabitha Ricci and Melissa Martinez, I think they could make 105 for sure. Melissa Martinez, very thin, not really like big arms either. She's not really like thick. Yeah, Melissa Martinez can make 105 and Tabitha Ricci could. Because Tabitha Ricci doesn't really have that much in height and reach. And she's already kind of, it might take out some muscle, but I think she'd be more powerful there, more pronounced. It's got to be sex appeal. It's got to be sex appeal. And just the fact they need some more young bucks in there because I don't think she has it. Like, I don't think she has the threat to any of those girls, Imagine if Andrade sticks around to fight Ebos. Just think about that. Stamina says, she says yes to fights. Yeah, it don't take much because that's not enough. That's not enough to convince me to say, yeah, she's ready. Genu Fry at 105 again? I don't think age is on her side. At like 37, 38 now. Might not be good for her body because she's a lot of mostly muscle. And I think it comes down to confidence too. Like I like her, but there's a lot of work that I just don't see being put in as far as pulling the trigger now. Imagine Manon and Grasso holding that flyweight belt. It would look really good on them. Yeah, I mean, If they go in there and actually win it, yeah, for sure. Valentina would smoke Weili. Tell these people that be doing interviews that, man, because I'm tired. Alolia said, does he have Vernon General? Yeah, he does. I can't remember why he put it up there or what was the reasoning behind it, but yeah, he's got Vernon Jen and Robo on his wall. E-Boss is super easy to work with. She always says yes and will fight anyone. Also has opportunities fall through due to her opponents pulling out. That's the thing. She says yes a lot, but it's not like she's climbing the ladder with each yes because she's pulled out of a lot of fights. She's had a lot of cancellations. The only time she has said yes and got it was Chikagan, and it was a split decision loss. Wait a minute now. Colostrum said, I know you playing. He said Blanchfield versus Chikagan just got announced. You got to be playing. Because they teammates. I thought these girls don't like to fight each other. Hold on now. You got to be playing. Because we were just keeping an eye on that. I know that ain't been announced. It's supposed to be a top 5, but if it's Chikagan, I don't believe that. Man. Are you playing? You got to be playing. I know Colostrum is playing. I'd rather it be Grasso because they train together, so I just don't see that happening. He meant Santos. Come on now. Now you playing. I know you joking. You got to be joking because we were just talking about that being possibly. It ain't gonna be announced in a couple of weeks though. I got me double checking though. Yeah, because these girls here, when they train together, I don't see them making the fights. I don't see them making those fights, even if they do get close to the top. I think that's something BJ was discussing in his live. Sink said, "Chill, no, I don't think nobody believes that. Nobody believe that." Oh man, Aaron versus Santos. I think it's gonna be Aaron versus Grasso though, man. I think they're gonna headline a fight night card. It's gonna be a 5-round fight. Mark my words, it's gonna be Grasso versus Blanchfield. UFC fight night main event. Because they're gonna try to build both of them up if they're going for the title. Gonna be them two fighting. Grasso won a 5-round fight. They want to build Aaron up. That's a 5-round fight for both fighters. Valentina never misses an opportunity to sneak this Weili. That's why I don't know why they keep bringing her name up with Valentina. It's like, don't do it, man. He ain't ready for that fight. Yeah, he was saying Santos. He was just messing Korea. Trolling. Does Aaron beat Grasso? I think her chances are high, but with the technical striking of Grasso, it's going to be very, very hard. Could be a striking lesson for Aaron. I'm being real because JJ gave her some trouble, but Grasso, quicker hands, better footwork. All right, BJ said we can't forget teammates do not fight each other, even if they are in the same division and ranked. New rule. Oh boy. Teammates do not fight. That's why they need to stop the whole tough house thing. Then, like tough house, they fight. I mean, you're on the same team in the tough house, you wind up fighting. If y'all run the division, one side runs the division, you win. Macy's fighting Andrea Lee. High Five said people are so jealous of Weili's achievement that they want Weili to fall off for their favorite fighter to rise up. Yeah, I'm fine with her. Do her thing, man. I just don't want to hear their names together. He says, so do Cyborg break Valentina in half? She wins, but I don't want you to break her in half. Yeah, she might stop her, though. That's a lot of power there. Okay, hang on one second. Y'all got to do something. Hang on 1 minute. Well, actually, no, I might go ahead and get off here in a minute here because we've been on for a while. Like 2B said, I said an hour and a half, but it's now 2 hours. Okay. Chris said, yeah, Weili and Val is favorite fighters. Yeah, I mean, you like both fighters for sure. James said, just like Nunes would knock out Bullet at 135, but she's a natural bantamweight. Oh, wait. Yeah, it never happened, but she did win 2 times. James. High Five said, there's no reason to hate Weili, but some people always have something to find ways to bring her down. Yeah, when the interviewers, that's what I'm saying, when they, going back to what I was talking about earlier, is, like they just bring up Valentina's name and then she's going to answer it, of course. Then it's like, oh man, it's a big thing. But I'm like, just forget it. Just don't, it's not worth the energy. Anyone even mentioning Cyborg versus the one is just really putting the one on a higher level than I am. I wouldn't even, I don't even mention that. I never mention that because Cyborg would win that hands down. That's not even happening. Okay, but yeah, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow, Friday already? Doggone it. Friday already, man. So yeah, we're going to talk about that fight tomorrow, the last fight of the year. Velismus and for McKenna for what it is. And I might do open link tomorrow. Talk about the sport. We wrapping up this year. Talk about what we like and what we didn't like. Maybe we'll do all of that. Gabrielle said Dern versus Hill. I like Dern's chances in that. I like Hill's chances in that fight. I like Hill's chances a lot in that fight. That was one I said needs to happen if the Carolina fight happens or she beats Carolina. Do you think Valentina would make a good boxer? Well, she was a boxer. But as far as like today's standards of high level boxing, I don't know. It's going to take time because you can even see with Chris Cyborg, it's taking her time. It's taking her time as well. Garrett's a Dern versus Ducote. The limited movement makes it easy for Dern to get the fight down or even land punches. I'm not trying to downplay Emily Ducote now, but when I match her up with somebody that would want to get to fight to the ground, probably have to look at Dern. Because her head is there too to be hit by big shots too. Lolita said Chikagan's next fight has yet to be announced. Right. And I don't think she'll fight her teammate. Therese, what's up? She says Shevchenko also was a Russian amateur boxing champion. Yeah. But Antonina was also amateur champion too, right? Transitioning to professional is different though. Like you can even see it with Chris Cyborg. She's having some trouble. Darby said you got to do in the year's award show. I think I will. I'm gonna do it the last week of the month. I did one before. I did one last year and the year before that. So yeah, I will. Brian said, Darby, that's more BJ style. Nope, I already been doing that, Brian. I've been doing that the past couple years. Cole said, Holly Holm wants to fight Katie Taylor. Yeah, Katie. Man, I would like Holly to go in there and do something big, but Katie's been in this thing for a minute now. Katie's been in this thing for a minute. Let's see. I think Kagan versus Grasser would be boring. It's definitely going to be a boxing match. Yeah, Rhea said, are you gonna be live during Christmas? Not during Christmas. New Year's week, I will be live. Yeah, because New Year's week I'll do the end of the year review show. You know, I'll do my knockout and my fighter of the year. And whatever else. Yeah, I'm not really gonna be on during the Christmas week, I don't think. Maybe once. Because I'm actually busy this Christmas week, man. I'm working Christmas night, so what is this Lolita said? Hold on. What is this crap, Lolita? Dang. I clicked on that link. What is that crap? Yasmin versus Angela Hill. Yasmin Rodriguez. They train together too, so I don't think they will fight. But I'm gonna go with this stage of Yasmin. I'm gonna go with Hill because Hill's movement, and she can time those rushes. Yeah. Since I don't get why Holly should get rewarded for number one contender that she whooped Vieira. Yeah, she does have an amateur boxing record. It's not like a lot of stuff. Oh, Yasmin Lucindo. Oh, the Brazilian one. Oh, Yasmin Lucindo. I'm gonna go with Angela Hill for sure. Does the winner of Velismus McKenna get a ranked opponent next? I don't think so, because Velismus was inactive for a while, and Corey McKenna's coming off a loss, right? Yeah, Holly's just never gonna stop. Sometimes I think about it. I don't think she's gonna stop, man. Home be bouncing on her feet and face off like somebody just take me out of the. Nah, Holly's tough though, man. Like she give off something different than what you believe. She's actually tough enough to fight anybody else. She ain't backing out of a fight. Like even Carla, like people think Carla's scared, but Carla's actually tough. Carla, Holly, the energy you think that they have as far as being scared, maybe it's nervous, but it's like a caged animal. It's like a caged animal type of uh, situation. Because people used to look at Carla and say, "Oh, she looks scared," but I'm like, "Nah, you just don't know that girl's like, like a caged animal right now. She's ready to defend herself." Yeah, boxers don't make too much money, so yeah, don't expect her to go back to boxing. Women boxing don't, so you won't see her go back and you know, try to fight Katie or anything like that. Yeah, Val has some of the best sauna in the UFC. Um, that Marina in the PFL, she has very good sauna now. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Holly's slurring her words now. Carla versus Andrade. I gotta go with Andrade. Darby says Cyborg needs a proper jab to learn how to manage distance instead of crushing space. Yeah, that's something I was learning watching her box. She's still trying to get the pace down. She used to coming straight out and at it. It's different though here. It's different in boxing. I mean, she got the job done, but Gabrielle Holloway didn't really propose a big threat. Closeman said Carla got good heart. The disrespect she got this year was crazy, but yet blank is the victim. Yeah, she got a lot of disrespect this year. Shoot, I got disrespect for respecting her and actually, giving her a chance. People like got mad at me for giving her a chance. So I don't know, Rose fans or Weili fans. I don't know which is worse. It's like, how dare you give Carla a chance? How dare you say she can wrestle? Go to another channel and say, he said this, he said that. I'm like, I can have my opinion. He don't know how to wrestle. What is he talking about? I'm like, how you gonna tell me what I don't know and what I do know? First, I had the story about the Rose fans. Now I got the Weili fans talking about how dare you give Carla any credit? Carla's not a good fighter. Weili is Superwoman. She's Wonder Woman. Weili turns water to wine. How dare you say Carla has any chance to beat her? I'm like, dang, man. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, I'm just calling what I see. Carla deserves her flowers. Yeah, she deserves her flowers. I mean, 2-time champion. Went 8 years without fighting. Did her thing. Not everybody going to do it 2 times like she did. So, yeah. Yeah, Rio said Jan or Marina to beat Rose. Who has a better chance? Who has the better chance? I think. See, Rose has got that jiu-jitsu. She's got that ground game. She's more well-rounded than both. Proof is in the pudding. She's won the belt twice, and she's taken fighters like Weili down. Who has a better chance? Maybe I'm being a little biased, but I think Marina has a better chance. Maybe if she comes with a good low attack kick, low attack and body attack. I don't know. Yeah, James says she just waiting on them boos to pass. Yeah, she gonna let that storm pass because you know that fight didn't sit right. So you gotta let that go. Let that go on by. Come on back when the storm is gone. Let Carla deal with that because she's a champion now. Right? He's undersized just as good as one aspect really becoming champion twice, like 5 years apart, is pretty admirable. It is. It is. How many two-time champions got now? Rose, Weili, and Carla. One time's a Joanna and Andrade. Mm. All right, Kareem. He said he bounced. I'll be around. Yeah, I'm about to bounce actually too. It's only about 2.5. Did an hour longer than I wanted. So yeah, man. Good talk. Open link tomorrow. Robert Henry said he'll want to link tomorrow to talk. Okay, cool. I'll do my pick for the fight tomorrow. Just talk about some other fight stuff. So yeah. Who do you think Carla should fight next? Mackenzie Dern's a good name. Mackenzie or Marina rematch? Yeah. Mainly because I haven't seen Mackenzie Dern in that type of style. Yeah, so maybe Carla Mackenzie. Oh yeah, Itsuka Rada. She's a good fighter. Good little wrestler. But yeah, let me wrap this thing up. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that subscribe if you haven't. And we will talk tomorrow for sure. Like always, Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.